Good morning, dear cadet. So now today I am going to teach you separation of the substances. So study the outline of chapter I have given you. The main topic is separation of the substances. So try to understand, in our daily life so many substances are there, but most of them are impure. But in impure substance only some useful components are there. So they should be sorted out so that we can use them. Okay. So what is the first question arises here? What is the meaning of separation? Segregating one component from the other in mixture or impure compound. Okay. Segregating one component from the other in the mixture or from the mixture or from the mixture or from impure compounds, that is known as separation. Are you getting my point or not? So the meaning of separation is segregation of one component from the other from the impure compound. Okay. Now basic question arises here, what is the need of separation? Actually, one component is separated from other component because of these three reasons. To remove undesirable substances. Now try to understand. Suppose dal is there, rice is there, or some other edible substances are there. In those edible substances, some unwanted components may also be there, like pebbles, stones, sand. Okay, some undesirable particles are there. So they should be separated. Otherwise, while eating, we may swallow those unwanted material also, which may be harmful for our body. So to remove undesirable substances, that is the first need. What is the second need of separation? To remove impurities. To remove impurities. Now try to understand. Water. In water, so many soluble, insoluble, suspended and bacterial impurities are there. Okay. So in impure water, so many impurities are there. So they should be removed. Before making water fit for drinking, those impurities should be removed. Then only water will be fit for drinking. So that is the second need. What is the third need? To obtain useful components. Have you heard about petrol and petroleum? Petroleum is the mixture of so many components. Kerosene, petrol, paraffin, wax, asphalt. So many substances are there in the petroleum. Okay. Petrol is one of the component of petroleum. But you know that petrol is very much useful for us. So the meaning of separation is to obtain useful components from less useful components or non-useful components. These are the three need of separation. Because of these three need, we are often separating components from other components, or we are separating one component from other components from the mixture or from the impure compounds. Okay. So this is the need. Now for better understanding, we'll show you some more things. Now basic question arises here, on what basis we should segregate one component from other? On what basis we should segregate one component from others? So try to understand. In one mixture, one component may be small in size, other component may be big in size. Okay. Correct or not? So the particle size is one of the criterion. Like that, some other properties are there. Two components may not be equal in terms of physical properties. Two components may not be equal in terms of chemical properties. Okay. So we'll utilize their difference in their properties from segregating one component from other components. So we'll see in the detail. So dear cadets, now just see separation of components of mixture. Okay. So what kind of components of mixture can be separated? The first thing is, substances to be separated may be solid, liquids or gases. So substance which are to be separated, they may be solid, liquid or gases. Second one, they may have particles of different size. They may have particles of different size. Mixture can be separated by simple method based on difference in the properties of constituents. So the meaning of these sentences is means we can separate the components of mixture on the basis of their physical state. Means components may be solid, liquid or gas. On that basis also we can separate. So the physical state of components of mixture can be taken into account for the separation. Second one is the size of the particle. As already I told you, the size of particle can also be used for the segregation of components of mixture. Next one is mixture can be separated by simple method based on different in properties of constituents. Physical and chemical property can also be utilized. So these are the criterion for the separation of components of mixture.
Separation of solid from solid.
Okay, now just see how you will separate solid component from other solid components. Just see.
Mixtures of solids can be separated by hand picking, sieving, winnowing, threshing, and magnetic separation.
Now try to understand. If two components are solid, then what kind of methods can be used to separate them? Hand picking method, sieving method, winnowing method, threshing method and magnetic separation can be obtained. Now here also criterion is there. When you will utilize the hand picking, when the particle size or constituent particle size is largely differ, then hand picking can be applied. Sieving also, some particles are very small, some particles are very large, then only it will be used. Winnowing, some would be light, some would be heavy, then winnowing is used. Threshing, in threshing what is there? Again, some should be heavy, some should be light. Okay. In magnetic, one component may be attracted towards the magnet, but other should not be attracted towards the magnet. So on these basis, we can separate one solid component from the other. So this is the method of separation of solid from solid.
Look at this mixture. Can you separate the constituents of this mixture by hand?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Pieces of stones and husks present in rice can be separated by hand. Hand picking is used for separating solid-solid mixtures.
Okay, so dear cadet, hand picking means separating the components of mixture by hand. So used for separating solid-solid mixture.
It is the simplest method used for separating unwanted substances from useful ones.
Okay, so this is one of the simplest method used for separating unwanted substance from useful ones. Okay.
Hand picking is used when unwanted material is present in small quantity.
Okay, so when hand picking is used, when unwanted material is present in small quantity, okay, then it is used. This is the condition.
The size, shape or color of the unwanted substance is different from the useful ones.
Okay, now size, shape or color of unwanted substance is different from useful ones, then only it should be used.
Food grains like wheat, rice, pulses, etc. contain small stones and insects. For detailed explanation, watch the next video carefully.
Okay, so try to understand with the help of hand picking. Food grains like wheat, rice, pulses, etc. contains small stones and insects. They can be reduced by, they can be segregated by hand picking method. So try to understand, this is the condition for hand picking method. When does hand picking method use? Unwanted material is present in the small quantity. Size, shape or color of unwanted substance is different from useful ones. Food grains like wheat, rice, pulses, etc. contain small stone and insects. Okay. Now let us see one animation.
at this mixture. Can you separate the constituents of this mixture by hand? Yes, we can. When constituents of a mixture of solids are clearly distinguished due to differences in their shapes, sizes or color, they can be easily picked and separated. Hand picking is the simplest method used for separating constituents of mixtures of solids. Have you noticed that at home, stones and other undesirable substances are separated from food grains and pulses by hand picking? When can we use hand picking as a separation technique? Hand picking is used when unwanted material is present in a small quantity. It can be used to separate unwanted substances from useful ones. It is used when size, shape or color of unwanted substances is different from useful ones. It is used when food grains like wheat, rice, pulses, etc. contain small stones and insects.
So dear cadets, I hope that you have got the point of hand picking method. Now this is the time to note down certain questions. The first question, just you write the need of separation. Write the need of separation. Okay, that is the first question. Second one, write the name of method. Write the name of methods which are used to separate solid component. Solid components. Okay, next one question is write the condition for the use of hand picking method. So in what condition hand picking method is used? So dear cadets, just write down these 3 questions and their answers. Okay, I hope that you will complete it. Okay, so duration of today's video is over. Thank you.